All right. So I'm excited, like I said, to share with you guys kind of just these bullet points and then talk about how to implement them. If you've been in the business for a little bit, some of these things, maybe all of these things you've already heard before, but let's be honest. We can always use refreshers, and I'm 99% sure that we're not all putting all of these things into practice on a regular basis, or else we would probably all be ambassadors right now. So let's just be real with ourselves. Every person has a chance for improvement, and I have learned a lot gathering these different ideas on attracting customers and distributors. So the first thing that we're going to do is an action step. So I want everybody to take out their phone, and you are going to just snap a quick pic of our Zoom all together. If you want, I'll just as soon as you have your phone, just kind of hold it up in the screen, and then we'll just do like a 1, 2, 3, everybody smile, and we'll take our photo, and then we have something to do with this photo. So as soon as you have your phone, just let's let everybody know. All right. Cool. So on the count of 3, you can just snap a quick picture, and I'll tell you what we're going to do with it in a moment. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, 1. Oh, I'm going to hold up like the greens or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. I hope you got the picture. If you did not, it's okay. We can all tag each other or something. All right, so hold on to that, and then we're going to do something fun with it in a little bit. Okay, first, like I said, these are not in any particular order. I don't have them separated into ideas for customers and ideas for distributors. We'll just kind of talk through them as we go. Feel free to utilize the chat option at any time during the Zoom. I'll make sure that I am keeping my eye on that. So if you guys have questions or input or anything that you want to interact with, something that's worked for you, feel free to put it there. All right. So the first thing that we'll talk about is when somebody asks you, what do you do? What do you say? Like, chances are you probably tell them what your day job is. Like, if somebody says, what do? You might say like, oh, I'm a part-time nurse, or, oh, I work at a school, or I'm a teacher, or, we tend to tell people what our job is, right? But what if when someone asked us what we do, what if we told them about it works first? This has been a major, major key component into me attracting new customers and distributors. So when people ask you, what do? You should have a quick 30-second response for what you do. Does anybody have like a response that they love to use whenever somebody asks them, what do you do, that refers to it works? Okay. So a couple that we have written down, a lot of times I will hear some of the leaders say, if someone were to say, oh, what do you do? They say, oh, I help people get healthy using natural plant-based supplements. And I mean, that sounds intriguing. So people are like, oh, really? That's so cool. Like, they want to know more. And it's just an easy way to strike up conversation. Sometimes, like if you're at more of a professional, like networking type of event, and someone says like, oh, what do? You can say, I'm a professional network marketer. And a lot of people will say, oh, what's that? And then you tell them like, I make friends for a living. And it really, like, these things will start conversation, and they make it very easy to talk about what you do without being like, I'm an It Works distributor. Have you ever heard of that crazy rap thing? Like, that's not probably what my number one response would be. So whatever it is that you decide to say, have a quick, 5 to 30-second response that you give when someone says, what do you do? And talk about it works. You can say, Kiko, he has just started saying that I forget what he said, but it was like genius. When he gets back from picking Malachi up from church, I will ask him and I'll type it to you guys. So have a commercial for in person or over the internet when someone says, what do you do? And you're going to respond by telling them about your It Works business. Okay. Everybody, that makes sense to everybody? Okay, perfect. The next thing is doing live videos every single day. Every single day. Now, it doesn't have to be about It Works. Your live video can be about anything that you want it to be about. I know that this works, and I still haven't consistently done it. I do live videos often, but not every single day. And so this is something that I know I've got to be consistent with. It has been proven to me whenever I get in my rhythm and I'm doing my live videos, I get way more interaction. I get way more private messages. I get just way more people like talking to me, connecting to me. So do a live video every single day about anything that you choose, okay? Share your story live at least once every single week. So your story doesn't have to be, oh, I started from the bottom and now I'm a millionaire. That doesn't need to be your story. Your story should be genuinely your story. So maybe your story is, I am a mom of 2 kids. I'm constantly busy. My kids drive me absolutely insane, and I wanted a way to have adult friends outside of my house. And I saw my friend constantly posting about these trainings she was going to, and I thought, my job trainings don't look that fun. And I started to think like, wow, like I want those type of positive women in my life. And so I decided to join It Works. And ever since then, XYZ. So telling your story, be genuine about it. Don't make it fluffy. You don't have to say, oh, I've made $10,000 so far with this business. It just needs to be your story, and it needs to broadcast your vision, and it needs to showcase your hope. Okay? Every person watching you wants to see those things. They want to see hope and they want to see vision. That is attractive to everyone, no matter what. They're going to be intrigued and they're going to start following you. So share your story live at least once a week. Another thing, another thing is don't feel like, oh, people are going to get sick of hearing my story. Because here's the truth. Not every person on your Facebook is going to watch every live video that you do, right? So one week, 25 people might watch. The next week, because you've been doing live videos every single day, you might have 120 people who watch. So don't feel like you're just repeating yourself to the same people. You're not. Share your story live at least once every single week. The next way to attract people is to actually ask them. A lot of times we get the people who've been watching and they're seeing our posts, they're seeing our videos, they're maybe seeing us transform our lives in some way, and they are shy. And they're like, oh, like I wish I could join their team, but nobody's asked me. We have to ask. And I always give this example. You guys have probably heard me say this before. It's like whenever you're in high school and you go to lunch for the very first time and you're looking across the cafeteria and there's all these people and you see the cool kids sitting at the table, smiling, having fun, enjoying their chicken fingers and French fries or whatever it is that they're eating. And you're like, man, I wish I could sit at that table. But you're never going to just invite yourself over. And then one of the coolest people at the table says oh, hey, Gabby, why don't you come sit over here? And you're like, okay. That's kind of how it is whenever we ask people to be a customer with us or to join our team. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel welcomed. It makes them feel a part of something bigger. And that is a great way to attract people. Sometimes you have to just ask. The next way is to participate in hobbies that you really enjoy. It's really easy to get sucked into this It Works bubble, and It Works becomes your whole life, and all of your friends do It Works, and you like all of a sudden like stop being like a human being and you become this like It Works robot. That's not healthy, and that's not the best way to continue to grow your cold market or to turn people into part of your warm market. So participate in a few hobbies that you really like. For me, one of those hobbies is going to the gym. I absolutely love going to the gym. It's a hobby of mine. I feel comfortable when I'm there. I feel excited to be there. And I make a lot of connections while I'm there. Another thing that I really like doing is painting. Going to the paint nights. Those are so fun, and it's like a guaranteed way that you're going to meet new people. So think about what a few hobbies are that you really enjoy doing and start doing them intentionally. It will make you feel better. It will give you a sense of freedom. You will be happy. It doesn't matter what that hobby is. If you like love kayaking, find yourself some kayaking groups online and get yourself to one of their outings. You don't have to go there decked out in your It Works clothes. You don't have to be weird about it. Like, go there to genuinely enjoy yourself, and that is attractive. To see someone just loving life is attractive. So find some hobbies and participate in them. Every single time you make money, share about it. Whether you make $25 wrap cash, whether you made a fast start bonus, whether you made $65 in your commissions this month, publicly share and celebrate every single time you earn money with your It Works business. One of my favorite ways to post about this is with my wrap cash. And I will hold up my $25 next to the gas pump and take a quick selfie and say, I just made $25 in 3 minutes in the Starbucks bathroom. I love my wrap cash so much. It filled up my gas tank for the week. So easy, but like, who doesn't want to fill up their gas tank? Like, everybody needs gas money. So think of ways, like, even if you go to the store and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I just wrapped one of my friends and now I'm treating myself to my favorite box of Pop-Tarts from Publix. Like, something that talks about you earning money. It could be, I just paid my power bill with my commissions from my It Works business. It's so crazy. All the people who told me I wasn't going to make money, thank God I didn't listen to them. So every single time you make money, share about it. The next way to attract is to be positive and confident. And we kind of talked about this whenever we were talking about hobbies, how when you see someone enjoying their life, that's attractive. You want to focus on growing into that person all the time. Now, that's not to say that rough times are not going to happen in your business, but how do you handle those times? And in your personal life too. How do you handle the moments when you're like, man, life sucks right now? One of my favorite people who is a great example of being positive even through the rough times is Rachel Newkirk. She was recently divorced. She became a single mom of 2 very small children, and she is one of the most positive people that I've ever watched on Facebook. She does not deny her divorce. She does not pretend like her life is perfect, but she finds the positive in every single negative aspect that comes her way, and it is extremely attractive. So be positive and be confident. The next way to attract potential customers and distributors is to offer 3-way calls. There is nothing more attractive than noticing that you do not have to be an expert at something to make money at it. Kiko and I practiced this 3-way calls very often when we were on our journey to Triple Diamond. And basically, it's if you have been chatting with a potential customer or a potential distributor, it's kind of a way to make someone else the expert, right? So you would say, like, for example, if I'm talking to Jamie's a potential distributor of mine. And her and I have been talking and she's asking me questions. I'm going to say, you know what, Jamie, there is a girl on our team who I think you will connect with so well. Her name's Candy. Would you mind if we just kind of chatted with her together real quick? I would call Candy and I would be like, hey, I've got a potential distributor on the phone with me. Her name is Jamie. She's asking me about the comp plan and how to make money as a busy mom. I told her about you. And then I would say, you know, can we do a quick three-way? I would patch the three of us together and I would introduce them. I would say, hey, Jamie, this is Candy, the girl I was just telling you about. I'm going to let her talk to you a little bit and answer some of your questions. And at that point, I'm going to be completely quiet and Candy is going to take over the call. So these three-way calls do a number of things. They showcase our teamwork. They let them know that it's okay to not have all the answers. And they gives your potential a chance to hear from someone else besides you that they're making money and that they're having a good time. So the three-way calls are excellent. If you want to practice the three-way calls, like any of us who've done them before would be more than happy to practice those with you. They work very, very well. The next thing is you have to work hard. You cannot be lazy. Nothing is more unattractive than watching someone post about their business for 1 week and then stop posting about it for 2 weeks and then posting about it for 3 days and not posting about it for a month and then posting about it when the next BOGO deal comes around. That's not attractive, okay? You want to be hardworking and not lazy. People want to join other leaders who they can tell work hard. Right now, my boss at my serving job is one of the most lazy people I have ever worked for in my entire life. And I don't want to be a part of her team. I'm not motivated to do anything to help her because she doesn't even help herself. So when you guys are thinking about, man, why am I not attracting people? Why aren't people wanting to join my team? We have to take a really honest look at our work ethic. Are we showing people that we are trustworthy? Are we showing people that when they join our team, they're going to have somebody to work with? Or are they going to join our team and then all of a sudden we're going to disappear for a couple weeks? They need to see that we're hardworking. And the thing is, with It Works, our hard work is very different than hard work in corporate America. So just don't be lazy. You've got to work hard, and that's going to help people like really feel comfortable that when they join you, they're not going to be alone. Have get-togethers. Invite people over to your house. Invite people for coffee. It doesn't have to be It Works related. We're in a relationship business, so we need to be building relationships. Have people over for play dates. Invite some people from church over for brunch afterwards. Like, do something. Get together at your house. One of the most fun things I've ever done was a henna party. I just invited a whole bunch of girls over. We all got henna tattoos and had wine and chit-chatted. And do you guys know what inevitably happens at these little get-togethers? People will ask you about your It Works business. So you don't even have to bring it up. Someone is going to ask you. So have get-togethers that are not centered around It Works. You want to genuinely conversate with people. When you're out and about, say hello, smile, ask people how their day is going. If you go to the same Publix every single week, make sure to speak to the people who work there. Say hello to the cake decorator. Stop by and say hi to the people in the deli. Be that person that would brighten someone's day. That is very attractive, and it's going to make it a lot easier to blitz them or to add them to your social media once you've formed that relationship with them. it might seem weird in the beginning. At least it was for me. Like, I'm not the type of person who just wants to like talk to everyone, but I am the type of person who wants to make a lot of money. And because of that, I decided I would be the person who talks to everyone. So no matter, you know, what your motivation is, you've got to become a people person because you're in a people business. Everybody doing okay so far? Am I going too fast through all of these? Okay. Wear your It Works gear. This is important. You do not have to have like a sparkly It Works shirt and an It Works hat and black and green striped pants on. Like, we don't want to look like, you know, tacky people. But if you've got, you know, your It Works shirt and a pair of jeans and sneakers, or if you don't have any It Works clothes yet, laminate one of your Blitz cards and wear it as a lanyard everywhere that you go. This is a really easy way for people to pay extra attention to you. Every single time, without fail, if I am wearing my lanyard, someone asks me what I do. I don't know why. I think it's because, like, for all the special events or concerts or conferences, people have lanyards, and so people are just curious, like, hey, did you just come from a special event? Or hey, what is that? Hey, I've seen those colors before. Do you do that wrap thing? It's attractive and it opens the door for you to have a conversation with people. So wear your It Works gear. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay, be a product of the product. This one is important. There was a time in our business where Kiko and I were talking about the products faithfully every single day. We were having wrap parties, but we were not consistently using our own products. And for whatever reason, that goes out into the universe and people know, like, they just know. So use your own products. It's going to increase your excitement when you talk to someone. Like, for example, if Ashley was trying to convince me to go see a movie that she's never seen herself, it's probably not going to work that well. But if she starts like telling me about her favorite movie that she's seen 5 times, I'm going to be able to tell that there's a different sort of excitement in her voice, in her gestures, in her sense of urgency when she's speaking. And chances are I'm going to want to go see that movie too. So use the products, increase your belief, increase your excitement. You know, it's really, really hard to be genuine with people if you're not using the products. Every time you sign a customer, publicly celebrate that. You can do whatever you'd like to. You can come up with a form that you post, like, oh, today I signed customer number 4 for the month. They got my distributor discount for their entire life. You know, whatever you want to post about that will be fine. But do it publicly. You want to celebrate publicly. Question about the lanyard. Is the lanyard your best gear with the most interaction? So I always get the most interaction between my lanyard or my plain shirt that just says It Works. Those have been what gets me the most interaction. Okay, we kind of touched on this also. Put a positive spin on your struggles. If you, like, for example, this pregnancy has been difficult in the first trimester for me. I'm sick. I'm like gagging all the time. I'm constipated. Like, everything that you could imagine being uncomfortable is happening to me. But I'm not on Facebook, or I'm not walking around being like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. This sucks. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm like making fun of myself for it, being thankful that I'm having a baby that I've wanted for almost 13 years now, and just kind of like dealing with it. So Put a positive spin on your struggles. That's very important because we don't want to hide our struggles. We want people to know that we're also human, but we also don't want to be like constant complainers. Okay. Develop yourself personally. It's really, really attractive to watch someone go on a journey where they're bettering themselves. Even if at first people are jealous or people are hating on you or people are like, oh, you've changed, like, let them say what they're going to say. They're going to keep watching you and eventually they're going to want what you have. So develop yourself personally. Read books, listen to podcasts. Jim Rohn is one of my personal favorite people to listen to when it comes to personal development. If you have a favorite person that you enjoy, it would be awesome if you want to type them out in the chat section just so we can all kind of write down these names and start, listening to them as well. If you're a reader, The Miracle Morning was life-changing for me. I have read that book probably 5 or 6 times. It's phenomenal. But you have to grow yourself if you want to grow your business. And people will be attracted to you becoming the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Share your results or other people's results daily. Every single day you should be posting at least one before and after photo. If it's of you, then that's even more impactful. If it's a personal friend or family member or a personal loyal customer, that's also excellent. If you do not have any of those as an option, please use any before and after photo that is corporate approved. I have to say that because I can't be like, put any picture you want, but that's what I do. So, do what you got to do. Post a before and after photo every single day. Encourage people. I will never forget one time I noticed that one of my friends who was not rapping, she wasn't interested in my business or my product, but she had lost probably 15 or 20 pounds. And I just sent her a message and I said, hey, so this is something that I do for all of my customers and I just wanted to celebrate your weight loss with you. I put a before and after photo together and I want you to just look at how far you've come. So I took a before photo of her from her Facebook page. I know that's kind of stalkerish, but it worked really well. And then I took the photo that she had just posted celebrating her weight loss and I put them side by side and I sent them to her in a private message. And I just said, like, you should be so proud of yourself. I know you had to work hard for this. Like, you're doing a great job. And she said, oh, you put before and after pictures together for your clients? Like, what do you do? How are they losing weight? And it came down to her becoming a customer, all because I just celebrated her success. So genuinely, when you guys see people succeeding at something or reaching a goal or going after something, send them a message and encourage them. That's very attractive because think about all the people who discouraged us when we started our business. It sucked. Isn't it refreshing to hear from the people who are encouraging you? So imagine if you got a random Facebook message from someone who was just like, hey, I saw you started your own business. I just wanted to say that's awesome. I hope that you have so much success. Wouldn't that make you feel so good? Do that for other people. That's very, very attractive. Brand yourself so people know you. People want to feel like they know you personally, even if they've never met you in person. So the way that I do that is I pick 3 things that I want people to think about when they think of me. Or when they think about these things, they automatically think of Erica. So for a long time, one of those things was pizza. I posted about my love of pizza almost every single day. And literally, it was so funny because people would send me private messages every time they ate pizza. they'd be like, oh, I was eating this pizza and I thought of you. Doesn't it look so good? And it was just so funny because it's like, wow, these people that I've never met in my whole entire life are thinking about me when they're eating pizza. Like, that is insane. And once I started my weight loss journey, I did a whole post about breaking up with pizza, and people thought it was like the funniest thing. And I changed it to going to the gym. So I started posting about exercising and all that kind of stuff. So it turned into exercise. It works, obviously. My family and God. So when people think about me, they feel like they know my like most private things because I always share about those parts of my life. So think about 3 things that you want people to associate with you and constantly post about them. And the reason that this is attractive is because people don't want to buy products. People want to buy people. So when someone feels like they know you, when someone feels like they're your friend, they trust you. And that's what we want. We need people to trust us enough to take our advice on products and to give us their credit card number, right? So think about, what do you want people to associate with you, and post those things regularly. It will make people feel as if they are your BFF, even though they've never met you in real life. It absolutely works. Pay attention to what you like about other people and then tap into that in yourself. So it's really hard to recognize characteristics in other people if you don't contain them on your own. For example, it would be hard for me to say like, oh my gosh, like, Candy, you're such a great speaker, if I didn't feel like somewhere deep down in me, I could be a great speaker too. So when you guys notice yourself recognizing characteristics in other people that you appreciate, believe that you also have those characteristics and then decide to develop them. It's very, very attractive to watch someone do something that maybe isn't very comfortable at first, but they're facing a fear. That's attractive. My husband will always say one of the most attractive things about me is that I do not let my fears stop me from doing things that need to be done. When we hosted our very first One Team, One Mission as Triple Diamonds, I was so scared. Like, I didn't know, I thought I was going to like throw up when we stepped onto the stage. My hand was shaking holding the microphone, but there was no way that I was not going to do it because I knew that I needed it to be done. I had watched our other leaders, Christy DeJesus, I had watched her lead multiple One Team, One Missions. And I just kept thinking to myself, if she can do that, I can do that. I just have to do it. I'm still scared right now. Our first One Team, One Mission ended up having almost 400 people in attendance. And it was so intimidating going through the party pad in front of that many people. But it was an awesome, awesome event. And ever since that day, I really feel like I can do anything. So when it comes to, you know, even now having my baby, I am so stubborn. Like, no one can tell me that I will not be able to have this baby at home. And that kind of confidence comes from the fact that I've been slowly facing these little fears for the past 5 years. So facing your fears, noticing characteristics that other people have and developing them in yourself, that will be very attractive to the outside world. And we're not just talking about social media, we're talking about person-to-person relationships as well. Ask people about themselves. There's no other way to get people to open up to you like better than asking them about themselves. Like, have you ever thought like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have never asked them that question because now they won't stop talking? Like, people enjoy sharing about themselves. They just do. We all do. So ask people about themselves and then genuinely like make a mental note about something that they've said so that you can follow up with them about it. So if they're like, you know, oh, I love curry, you know, whatever you guys are talking about, that's my favorite food. Next time you see something about an Indian restaurant, or you come across a recipe for like curry chicken, you better believe I'd be sending it to that person and saying like, hey, I remember when we were chatting, you said you liked curry. I bet you would love this recipe. That is attractive. Genuine friendship is attractive. So make sure that you are asking people about themselves. We don't always want to just bombard people with blitzes, right? We will get that gut feeling when we're supposed to. Sometimes, you know, you just have that little feeling where you're like, oh, I'm supposed to tell this person about the business opportunity right now. And sometimes it's like, no, I need to develop a friendship with this person first. So go with your gut. It's not like a right or a wrong. It's a learning process no matter what. And that's one of the benefits of owning your own business, is that no one's going to fire you if you make a mistake, right? Like, I'm not going to pick up the phone and be like, hey, Ehu, I heard that you were supposed to blitz your friend the other day and you didn't. This is the 4th time you've chickened out on blitzing. I'm going to have to let you go. Like, that's not going to happen. So don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to develop relationships, as that's what you feel like you need to do. And then in those situations where you feel like you immediately need to blitz someone, do it. Don't be scared, okay? Pick a product and use it on yourself for 30 days and post about it every single day. Kiko and I have done this with the body wraps. We've done this with the stretch mark cream. We've done this with the cleanse. We've done this with the probiotic. What else have we done this with? I've done this with the hair, skin, and nails. It works so well. It is very, very attractive to people. So for example, if you're going to do the greens, every single day you will post either a video of you mixing your greens, you will post a selfie of you holding your greens, you will talk about how your greens made you feel that day. You can share maybe one day what's in the greens, one day you can talk about prices of the greens. Like every single day for 30 days, you are going to be highlighting this product in some way, shape, or form. That is a great way to attract customers. All right, let me look through my list so I can see what's next. This is a really, really good one, you guys. What type of business do you see it works as? Think about that. Do you see it as a health and wellness business? Do you see it as a beauty business? What do you see it works as? For me, I see it works as a health and wellness company. For a long time, I was not marketing myself as a health and wellness company owner. I got so out of shape. I gained 60 pounds, and it was like, just because I was making lazy decisions. I wasn't exercising. I had quit my job, so I was like suddenly able to stay at home and do nothing all day except for like be on Facebook and go to wrap parties. We could afford to have cocktails, appetizers, entrees, and desserts now, and we were taking full advantage, and we both just got like really out of shape. I wasn't representing the business that I owned, right? If you feel like you own a beauty business, are you representing that? Are you taking care of your skin? Are you showcasing the skincare line? Are you, I don't want to say like not looking pretty, but like, I guess because I don't see this as a beauty business, it's hard for me to relate to that. But like basically, are you showcasing what type of business you feel it is that you own? Does that make sense to everyone? I can't tell if you guys are saying yes or no. Okay. I'm like, wait. So think about what type of business you believe It Works is, and then make sure that you are marketing yourself as that type of business owner. All right. Make original posts. Stop sharing other people's posts. Now, here's what a lot of people think. They're like, what? I thought we were supposed to, like, we could copy each other's posts. Yes, copy and paste and post as your own. Don't go to my page, see a post that you like, and then click the share button. Don't do that. That's going to send all of your potentials right back to my Facebook page. And not on purpose, it's going to be really hard for me to know, like, who's who. So unknowingly, one of your like potentials might end up signing up with me because I had no idea. So do not share other people's posts. If you see something that you like, copy it, tweak it, make it your own, and post it as an original post of yours. Okay? Same thing with like recipes. And I just learned this and I thought, well, duh, this makes so much sense. Don't share the recipes from someone else's page. If it's a recipe of like an apple pie, find your most favorite picture of an apple pie, save it to your phone or save it to your computer, and write out the recipe on your Facebook post and post it as your own original post. Okay? So stop clicking the share button. Make all of your own original posts. That's going to drive the most traffic to your social media. Have people post for you. This is a great way to expand your territory. There is a thing called shared posts that I will go into detail with you guys on throughout the month. It's way too long for me to go into detail with you about all the aspects of the shared posts, but one of the easiest ways to get started is to reach out to your loyal customers and say, hey, I'm doing a drawing this week. Everyone who makes a post for me and tags me in it goes into the drawing, and I'll be giving away, you know, whatever it is that you choose to give away. So you will give them the verbiage to use. You might have them say like, I'm so glad that I decided to become a customer with Ashley. She gave me her discount and I'm loving my It's Vital Core. She's going to take a selfie with her product and tag you in it. That's going to really give you a chance to friend request all of her friends who like or comment on her posts. Right? So have your loyal customers make a post for you. It's a great way to attract other loyal customers. Okay. This is one that I learned probably 2 years ago, and it has increased my interaction a whole lot. And this is grab attention with 3 to 10 words in your posts. So many times we want to write like this really awesome post, and then we want to end it with like this, like, bam, awesome tagline. Instead of putting that tagline at the end of your story, put it as the very first words, even if it doesn't make sense right away. So here's an example. Let's say that I am talking about having this baby, right? I'm like, you know, I'm so excited to have this baby. We're going shopping, yada, yada, yada. Who would have thought that 13 years later, I would be starting all over again? Instead of putting that last sentence last, I'm going to make that my very first sentence. So when someone is scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, they are seeing, who would have thought 13 years later I'd be starting all over? That is going to grab their attention, and they're going to want to read the rest of my posts to see what it's about. So oftentimes, if you just catch yourself putting the most interesting sentence from your whole post, put that as your very first sentence, okay? This is very, very attractive, and it will stop people from scrolling past your posts. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody understand? Or do you guys like want to see an example, or everybody pretty much got it? It's hard because I can't see your faces, and I know you guys can't see my face either, but I don't want you to be watching me like have to stop talking every few minutes to make sure that I'm not like dry heaving. Okay. The next thing is you want to stay human. we briefly touched on this, how it's easy to get in this it works bubble and all of a sudden everything you do is only related to it works. We don't want to do that. That's not attractive to other people. I can't tell you how many people they used to say to me, you know, I want to do what you do, but I just can't, like, I don't want that to be my whole life. And I would think to myself, like, what? This isn't my whole life, but it's literally like all I was doing and I didn't even realize it. So stay human. Watch your favorite TV show and message people during the commercials. You know, I started watching the second season of Stranger Things, and I was able to connect with people who I hadn't talked to in a really long time just because they also liked Stranger Things. And instead of feeling like, oh, instead of watching Stranger Things, I should be messaging people, I just decided, like, okay, I'm going to watch Stranger Things. And then during the commercials, I'm going to message my potentials. Now, Stranger Things was on Netflix, so I kind of had to pause it every few minutes and create my own commercial breaks, but that's what I did. I watched my show. I watched the first season and the second season twice, and it helped me be able to, like, connect to people who otherwise I wouldn't have been connecting to. So stay human. Don't let it works become the only thing that you're involved with. Stay current with the times. So for example, it's Thanksgiving. Post your favorite Thanksgiving recipes. Post pictures of pie, post recipes of how to cook turkey, and, all those things. You want to stay current with the times. After Thanksgiving, when Christmas and Hanukkah and whatever the other, like, winter holidays are, post about those things, share about those things. You want to give people something to talk about. I just posted today, hey moms, like, what's your opinion on ear piercing babies? And there's like 75 comments on that post. And that you'll find that interaction is going to happen the more consistent you are and the more relevant your posts are. So if you're, like, always just posting nonsense or sharing, like, nonsense, that's not, like, beneficial to you. It might be funny, but it's not beneficial. So just think about being relevant to the current times. It's Thanksgiving, post Thanksgiving themed posts. You might think it's corny, but it works. It works. You need to speak signing customers and signing distributors into existence. You will not sign customers and distributors if you are telling yourself that you can't. You must speak it into existence. And that takes a lot of training for some people. If you catch yourself saying, I'm just not good at signing distributors, you need to stop yourself immediately and out loud, you need to correct that thought. You've got to change your mindset. And I don't know why this works, but it just does. It's almost as if you're just putting positivity out into the universe and you're going to get it right back. Like, I never believed in that until I started working this business. I was like, I don't know how to explain it. I just know that what you speak is what eventually will happen. So if you want to attract potential customers and potential distributors, you have to talk about it to yourself. You have to wake up in the morning and say your affirmations. You have to tell yourself, there are 5 people this month who want to partner with me in my business. There are 5 people this month who need to make an extra $500 and they want me to help them. There are 10 people this month who want my discount for a lifetime and they are going to sign with me as a customer. I am good at signing customers. I am good at signing distributors. I know how to help people make money. I know how to help people complete the steps to success. You've got to affirm those things in your mind and speak them into existence. Don't just think them quietly to yourself. Shout them to yourself in the car. Talk out loud to yourself while you're in the shower. Let your family just think that you're an absolute nutcase. Like, it's okay. They will not be complaining when you're like, hey, I just made $10,000, you know. So speak it into existence. If you want to attract people, you've got to speak it out into the universe. And then one of the last things is publicly celebrate the success of your team. This is something that I have to get better about. I check my e-suite every single day to see the growth of this team, but I don't publicly celebrate it. This is something that you're going to see me start doing every single day. Publicly celebrating the success of my team. I just had a distributor on my team that I signed up get her $500 shopping spree. I told her what a great job she did. We went shopping for her products. I didn't even think to post about it on my Facebook page. That would be a very attractive post for someone who's been wanting to try lots of the products, for them to see me post. I signed up my friend Tama as a distributor, and within 20 days, she earned a $500 shopping spree. Like, that's an attractive thing. So publicly celebrate the success of your team. Everyone on your team is your team, whether you personally enrolled them or not. So don't feel like, you know, oh, I can't post about this person's success because technically they're not personally enrolled by me, yada, yada, yada. We're one team with one mission. So if I want to celebrate Gabby's success, I'm going to celebrate Gabby's success. And I'm going to say, my team is awesome. Gabby just promoted to executive, her whatever, first month in the business, things like that. And you guys feel free to do that with our whole team. If you see someone post in our team page that they just got a shopping spree or they just signed their first loyal customer, publicly shout them out on your Facebook and you say, my team is awesome. We encourage each other. We work together. And I'm celebrating Shanae's success. She grew her business today. We should do that for each other as a team. And those types of posts are very, very attractive because everybody wants community. Nobody likes to be alone. So when you are constantly celebrating the success of the people in your community, the people in your team, other people are going to want that. Other people are going to want to be a part of that. All right. So those are all of the ways that I have written down that have come from, like I said, the Zooms that I've been a part of, videos that I've watched, the Triple and Above team page. I thought all of those were very good. And okay, I'm going to try to be on the video for this. I want you to imagine what would happen to your business if every single day you chose 5 of these things, 5 out of 45, and did them for your business. What would your business look like if you just chose 5 every single day to focus on? I can guarantee you that more seeds are going to be planted. You will have more confidence. You will feel more excited about your business. And your paycheck is inevitably going to grow. Now, I'm not saying, hey, 30 days from now, you're going to promote from executive to diamond because you've done these things for a month. That's not how it works. But there's no way that you can do these things and put these things into practice without growth, right? You will not be stagnant in your business. You will grow no matter what, and your paycheck will follow that, because we can't grow our business past where we are as people. So Jim Rohn, he always says, you can look at someone and tell if they're a millionaire. And he says, when you look at someone, you'll know these things because you can tell the people who have discipline and the people who don't. It takes discipline to be a millionaire. If someone is, 200 pounds overweight, chances are they don't practice very much discipline. And he said, he's like, I get a lot of people that hate me whenever I say that, but it's very true. And I thought about myself, because when I stopped disciplining myself, I stopped going to the gym and I stopped being healthy. Guess what else I stopped doing? I stopped blitzing because I didn't feel as confident, and I thought people would look at me and think, well, if these products work so well, then Why can you like barely fit into your clothes? Now here, I will leave this caveat. Everyone's on a journey. So if you are overweight, you absolutely can be successful with this business, because I believe that you're going to be on your journey to health and fitness. You don't need to be skinny to be successful, but you need to be disciplined. You need to be bettering yourself. One of my favorite things about the person who enrolled me in this business, she's overweight and she's on a journey. And I will never forget watching how she handled the people who would say things like that to her. You're overweight, so how well do the products really work? Are you using the products? She would pull out her phone and she would say, you know what? That is a great question. Look at my before and after. 6 months ago, I was 45 pounds heavier. And because of these products, I am healthier today than I was 3 months ago. And I can't wait to see where I am a year from now. So don't feel like just because you're out of shape, you can't be successful. That's not true. It's when you stop disciplining yourself and you stop caring, that slowly but surely you will notice you stop caring about other things in your life that are important. And you might not believe that now, but hopefully it won't ever happen to you. But I know that it's true. It's happened to me before. So like he says, like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. One candy bar a day isn't going to hurt you for the first 5 days. But if you have a candy bar a day for 60 days in a row, that's going to give you an issue, right? So think about that. If you don't do 5 of these for one day, you're not failing. If you don't do 5 of these for three months, maybe you have an issue with self-discipline, right? And we're all here because we're on a journey. We're all here because we have goals. We want to accomplish things. We're big dreamers. We need to be honest with ourselves. Are we disciplined enough to put in the work now so that we can do things later in life that other people don't have the chance to do? I can't answer that for anybody except for myself. And I know for a period of time, I wasn't disciplined enough, and my business suffered, and I suffered personally. My family suffered. So you guys got to decide, are we going to be disciplined? No discipline seems fun at the time, right? But what do we know about discipline? It's going to bring about great reward for us in the future. So on those days when you feel like, I do not want to talk about it works today, you need to do it even when you don't feel like it. Because when you take action, you will create that positive emotion that's going to drive you forward to further action. I have never left a wrap party and thought to myself, I never want to do that again. Ever. There have been plenty of times where I've been driving to a wrap party and I've thought to myself, I would really rather be home with my kids right now. I would really rather be home watching a movie with my husband right now. But what happens to me when I get to that wrap party? Immediately, I'm so glad that I'm there. I never regret going. I'm excited. I feel on fire. I feel like I've helped people. And my thoughts that I had previously are gone, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like pretty soon I'm going to get to be home all the time. I'm not going to have to go to STK. I'm going to be home with my baby. And I can just do wrap parties whenever I want to. I can make videos whenever I want to. I'm going to make my own schedule again. I know how good that freedom feels. And it's because I chose to stop disciplining myself that I no longer have that freedom. But I know it's there for me. I know it's waiting for me, and I'm going to go get it. It's just a matter of who's coming with me and who's not. Because I'm not leaving my baby in daycare. I'm not. I'm too stubborn for that. It's never going to happen. So I'm saying, like, I want to take this team to ambassador level. I feel like everybody deserves that. But I can't do the work for you. I can't be disciplined for you. I can only do those things for myself. And I hope that all of you guys want to come with me and be there with me. And all of us are sitting in VIP and standing on the stage together and being like, yeah, I remember when, I could barely afford to pay my power bill, and we had to use a credit card for Christmas, and now we pay cash for everything. We're debt free. Like, imagine how good it's going to feel to be debt free in your 30s or 40s. Like, that's going to be amazing. So keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the vision. Whenever it gets hard, when it gets challenging, because it will get hard and challenging, don't forget why you started. Don't forget the community of people that you have here. I'm never like quitting. I will be here with It Works until they kick me out or I'm no longer walking on this earth. So you have somebody, you have multiple people who will stick it out with you. And I'm really, really excited. I hope that you guys choose to put these things into practice with me. And I can't wait to start publicly celebrating all of your successes. And I'm thankful that you guys took time out of your Wednesday to be on here with me for, an hour while we talked about these things. And now it's time to go do them. So I will give you guys a moment. If you have questions or comments, or even if it's not related to this Zoom, but there's something that you've been wanting to ask, you can just unmute yourself and go ahead and ask if you want. I'm going to stop recording.